Well, you're in for a real treat this next one. Next act is a man named Lynn Williams. He's always wanted to try being a stand-up comedian. He was a sit-down comedian for a couple of years, but he said this place a little easier. We hope you have a good time with this. He's writing a book right now, and he says you can't overemphasize humor. Please welcome, wearing the Jeff Gordon DuPont jacket, Lynn Williams. Everybody enjoy the first joke.
Hey everyone, thanks for making me feel welcome. Well, this happens to be a list of things that my wife told me I couldn't say. How many country musicians does it take to change a light bulb? How many? It takes 5. 1 to change the bulb and 4 to sing about the old one. Thanks, folks.
How many MCs does it take to turn a microphone on?
Get close.
You're upstaging me. Okay. Well, then, how many psychologists does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Just 1, but the light bulb really has to want to change. Speaking of counselors, someday some of you may be getting married, and you may want to go to pre-marriage counseling. And as it turns out, I have found out what the very most important question is that a counselor should ask a prospective couple who are getting ready to get married. And I know you want to know what that question is. And it's this. You know, to find out if they're compatible, how things are going to go, they need to be asked this question. What temperature do you like the air around you to be?
Who gets that 1 year older?
Yeah, that was for the adults here, trust me. Every one of them knows. You know, I lost a good friend of mine. He was my brother-in-law a few years ago. And I told him this joke. It's a personal thing, and he laughed at it. And he was suffering from a variety of ailments. But one of them was diabetes, and he was going blind. And I knew that I was taking a risk by telling him this joke. But, you know, I went ahead and did it because I thought I understood his sense of humor, and I hope you appreciate it too. The disease was affecting him in that he was losing his sight. And he had gotten to the point where when he watched TV, he was mostly just seeing patterns on the TV. And we were good friends, and I thought this might come off okay. And it did. He laughed. So be comfortable with it. I said, Jim, do you know the definition of the ultimate optimist? And he said, well, no, I guess I don't. And I said, it's a guy who's going blind, yet he says, pretty soon I'll be able to date anyone. So, you know, I have a daughter, and she is here with me tonight. And I love her very much. She's a beautiful woman. But I tell you what, she used to be a little girl. And she came home from school one day, and she told me a very funny joke. She said, Dad, do you know how to catch a polar bear? And I said, no. She said, well, first you go all the way up to the North Pole. And you go out on the ice, and you dig a nice big hole in the ice. And then you put some bait out there, some food. You go over the ridge and hide it, and you wait. You wait until the polar bear comes up there, and when he's eating the food, you sneak up behind him, and you kick him in the ice hole. What? How did you take that? Come on. You know, it depends on how you take it, man. Okay, I'm almost done torturing. In fact, that's it. Thank you, everybody. You've been great.
Thank you, Lynn. Audience, make sure and give yourselves a hand, too. Just give it.